Hey everybody, Cowboy here. Today we have a quick discussion around crypto Twitter. Is it good or bad for trading? And if you stick around after this quick clip, you'll be able to see more about who we are, how to find us, what we do, or simply go to the website at the bottom of this screen, www.algofactory.tech, or zap the QR code. In the meantime, enjoy the clip. So I was looking at it yesterday. We actually assessed this, I think, during the private lab. And one of the things about Link I'm seeing on dude, crypto Twitter is all right. You got some good stuff on there, but what I've learned personally about crypto Twitter is like you really got to use your own information. You can't just rely on other people. I have been correct where crypto Twitter and some really good people on there have been incorrect so many times that I have just learned to trust my own instincts and ignore crypto Twitter. And it's been very profitable doing that. I mean, look, if I see something on crypto Twitter that I like, I'm not going to just ignore it, but it's going to be because it fits in my assumptions, right? It's going to be like, okay, I see this happening on my charts, and what this person says, there is confluence to it. Okay. Quick break from the discussion. Please like, subscribe, follow if you're watching this on YouTube now or later. The likes and all that stuff that helps us out, right? And I'm going to go ahead and I forgot to share the link. Give me 1 second. We're going to see if we can bring a few people in from Rogue. I know it's halfway through, but who cares? Okay, let's see here. So yeah, I mean, so crypto Twitter, I saw some pretty good, one in particular, really good trader, like making comments about how, oh yeah, well, Link has broken the downtrend. And I talked about this already, but they had this like old school look on like using a diagonal, right? So going from the top back in 2021 and just kind of following these diagonals. But here's the problem with that. Like, okay, what diagonal are you going to use? Right? There's this diagonal, there's that diagonal, which comes across 3 different tops. You could always have this diagonal. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but where do you draw your diagonal? Like, it's just there are instances where diagonals matter, especially if you're trading triangular patterns, because it's part of a triangular pattern. And triangular patterns do have a backtestical statistical degree of probability. But in this case, I'm like, Link ain't breaking no downtrends. All right. So here's the thing about it. And I said this in the private, and I will say it again. I've said this 4 times in the last week with all these crypto Twitter moon boys. Link. Just because you made a bunch of money on Link in 2018 and Link maybe made you a millionaire doesn't mean that it's going to do it again. And this is really important, everybody. Like, don't get married to a coin or a stock or anything. I mean, look, I'm not telling you what to do. All right. I'm going to say what I do and what I don't do. And I certainly don't get married to any asset. Now, I do believe things like gold and Bitcoin, I think they have a future. I put profits into such things. But that doesn't mean that I think it's going to save the world. And I don't think it's like, I don't go, doing that kind of thing. It's just how it is. Like, there was a project in crypto early on that I really liked. And it ended up that the guys who were running it were fraudsters. And when I figured that out, I went ahead and showed everybody, hey, I don't like this. I'm out of it. So I got no love for no coin, no love for no stock. I don't care if it made me a billionaire. I mean, I'll love it, but it doesn't mean that I think it's going to go up today because it went up yesterday. And in this case, Link it's not breaking any downtrends. It's in a downtrend, right? You're having lower highs and lower lows, right? So you got this high, this one's lower, that one's a little bit lower, this one's lower, that one's lower, this one's lower, right? With some exception, but very little, you have lower highs and lower lows, right? This low, you have this low, that's lower, you got that low, that's lower. Perhaps the next low will be lower. This one's a little higher, but in the end, right now, I'm seeing a pretty steady downtrend, if anything. And you could also look at this as a range, which is the box that I drew, which is how I would trade it. So if I were trading this, I would wait for price to approach the bottom of this range box and then look for a long. It might deviate But then I have algos that can, you know, as you see in the bottom of the screen here, I have algorithms that can kind of give me a clue and say, okay, I think, you know, this little mini downtrend is over and it's at the bottom of the range. So there's a high probability that price will come back up. But I got no love from a fundamental standpoint for, you know, in a trading aspect, right? Like there's cryptos I think have a future and I invest in them and I hold them. You know, and those of you in the private chat or even those who watch this show regularly know the one in particular that I like, that I hold a fair amount of. However, in this case, Link, yeah, it's great. Sure. If I'm going to invest in Link, I'm waiting until it dips, right? I'm going to wait, not buy it at 750. I'm going to let it try to wait for it to get down to 540 or lower. And that's if I'm just going to buy it. If I'm going to trade it, then I'll still wait till it gets down there and then take a small move up. Okay. So, that is my thoughts on it though. I'm not married to Link. I don't see any downtrends being broken. And when it comes to crypto Twitter, I'm not mentioning any names here, but that's just one of the times where I'm like, dude, what are you even talking about? I don't see any downtrends being broken at all. You know, and maybe I'm mistaking. Maybe I'm thinking that the guy was talking about Link and it was something else. But long story short, this isn't a pattern. I don't think it's going to change until maybe April or May of next year, or perhaps August of next year. And that is probably going to be the case for like almost all the cryptos. So we are live every weekday, 8:30 AM EST, giving out free content. Come check us out on YouTube. Come talk to us. Go over to the website. That's www.algofactory.tech. Again, www.algofactory.tech. And for a limited time promotional offer, we are giving out memberships at $49.99 a month. There's a ton that we're offering over there. Come see what that's about. Also, you can see our Twitter link. All the links are up on YouTube. Come talk to us on social media. See us on the live YouTube videos. We hope to see you soon.